you know, we have someone here breaking it for my love for you. The irony of the world.
Oh. How is he breaking the law? Hitting on his own wife in his own bedroom? Oh.
Oh, right. Domestic abuse isn't found anymore these days. It's totally normal.
Is it recording? We got 3 different conversations going in this room, but you are recording. All right. I'm going to go ahead and ask a question in there.
So he's rewarding you for lying to preserve his reputation. And your idea of an honored killing will be to kill, what is it, Banana Split Sunday.
They're always talking about banana splits.
I find that really weird. You know that banana splits are my favorite. Pecan, I told you we're destined.
Food.
You know, there's a myriad of off-color lines I could start with that would take the rest of the evening. You, chocolate sauce, a banana split, a guy named Spike. How do you split a rail log?
What the hell are they
Split
talking
tail,
about?
A banana splitter, yeah. We could go on and on and on. You want nuts with that split? Yeah. And cream on top. You know, the way we relate sex and food. How about some cherries? What could we do with it?
Yeah, on second thought, I'll just have a bowl of vanilla. Just forget anything I said.
With or without nuts?
How about I kick you in the nuts?
They're freaking insane. Oh, the madness.
You know,
Fruit
favorite
flavor was chocolate.
Yeah. Fruit would probably enjoy you eating a banana. No hands.
That guy right there sounds like a
It would give him ideas,
He is a
plans
pervert.
for the evening. And if he buys you some ice cream and takes you home but stops at the convenience store to buy 6 ready whipped creams, prepare to be abused. He will leave bruises and a smile.
I like to think you speak from experience. Makes it even better.
I'm sorry, but those people just...
I've had experiences that would horrify you. In fact, I was talking earlier to a friend of mine, Cat's back, and without meaning to, she reminded me of certain horrible incidents in my life.
What horrible
And would you mind
frightening
telling what that
incident
incident was,
that
or would you rather not?
found out Santa Claus and...
I
God!
don't think we
Can I
have time
kick
for
them?
it. It was the unusual circumstances of my mother's death and later my father's death and my father's broken neck and some things that I had to do one time when I was in college that involved prison, insane asylums, and flunking an exam.
He just admitted that he was in an
Right.
insane asylum. So he is psycho.
Sometimes growing up is
Oh
not
my
as
God!
wonderful of a
You
cheapo
just
game.
admitted it.
Is that what he said?
Yes, he
You're
said
telling
he
me
was
to
been
come.
in
Actually,
and
I
out
haven't
of insane
updated you
asylum.
Okay, I'm
recently
recording.
on my whole situation, but
I'll play it back.
it got to the point where I actually had to cut my family completely out of my life. Like, phone numbers changed, don't know where I am anymore because I couldn't take the harassment or the abuse. My sister actually befriended me again, and she added me back to like Facebook and all the online stuff, and it turns out she was just using me to see like what was on my Facebook and like get information. And well, she added me back. actually had, like, I was able to see her Facebook as well, and she actually posted a wedding picture of us, and she wrote on it that I was now a Muslim, and I had henna on my hands, which is like a traditional Pakistani thing, and they said that that's how they marked me with tattoos to prove I was there, makes me speak their language, and all this stuff for just like the public to see. And a bunch of people commented on it, and it was just a picture of us smiling, like saying terrorists, you know, with all these names, and like, oh my god, is she crazy? Obviously not getting both sides of the story. And shortly after, I found out she was just using me, and I haven't really spoken to them since. So, yeah, that's how that's going. So.
Yep, well, I didn't see that coming. I was amazed that you put up with that amount of abuse to at least maintain family contacts. As long as your parents and you are not dead, then there's hope. But the shoe is on their foot. You have a husband that loves you, obviously, despite the fact that he has concerns for your genetic heritage. You know, and why in the earth did they say that? I don't think Frush is a Muslim, particularly. He may have been raised in Islamic families, but I consider him as much an atheist as I am. Differently sourced, but recognize bullshit when he sees it. So we are brothers.
See, that's the thing about him. I think, like, I have this odd idea in my mind that, like, my parents, since they haven't met him and refused to meet him from the beginning, have, like, this idea in their head, like, that he's tanner than you can possibly imagine, that he barely speaks English, that he just has this thick accent, you know, he has swords in his closet from when I'm bad. Like, that's honestly, like, I think the picture that they get, because they've never met anyone from anywhere outside of the United States, so who knows what they think, really.
So they're busy
No, that's just
living up to a redneck stereotype, while not exploring the stereotype they assume. I'll ask you a simple question. In your neighborhood, who was running the 7-Eleven nearest to your family's house? Was he Pakistani?
That's funny you should say that. I lived in a really, really small town. Like, there was no such thing as 7-Eleven or anything. So, yeah. Only white people and Christians.
How bigoted and narrow-minded. How come the stupidest, obstinate, obnoxious Christians claim they're going to heaven? If there is a heaven and they're going there, fuck them. Seal it up behind them.
Christians are not our found.
Live life. Oh well, you have a husband, he loves you, his family accepts you, and in fact, you are as much a shock to them as your husband is to your family, except they are used to absorbing shocks and being plastic. Okay, that's this, and that's that. And so your Pakistani family can deal the cards they're dealt and not cry cheat.
You know, Karen, ever since I became part of this family, I had no idea how white and American I actually was.
Yeah, I hate to jump in the middle of the conversation here, but I got a quick question for the room in general and the moderators of the room. One is, why would you name a room Debate Faith if the Christians come into the room and they go to debate you and you automatically kick them while they're talking? Can somebody answer that for me, please?
No? Yeah,
No.
You're wrong. You made a wrong assumption. If you debate faith, you can talk. But if you proselytize and don't reason, after a while, we'll kick you. It's not like we go into a Christian room and we'll say, if I get to, I'm an atheist, and what do you believe? They'll kick me immediately.